I just want to let you know that many of the counties have completed all of their duties, and I'll give you a quick list of those. When I say completed, that means they have done their election day reporting, the reporting of the early voting, the absentee in person, and all of their absentee by mail, which means they took all the stuff that came in today as well. So I've got a chunk of those counties. I'm going to give you the list of those real quickly, and by that I mean really quickly. So, completed all of their reporting so far: Bacon, Baker, Ben Hill, Berrien, Bleckley, Brantley, Butts, Calhoun, Candler, Carroll, Chattahoochee, Clay, Cook, Crisp, Dawson, Decatur, Dooley, Eccles, Elbert, Emmanuel, Evans, Franklin, Glasscock, Grady, Green, Gwinnett, not Gwinnett, Habersham, that's right, the check mark went over the edge, Harris, Hurd, Jasper, Jenkins, Johnson, Jones, Lamar, Lanier, Lawrence, Long, Lowndes, Macon, Marion, McDuffie, Miller, Mitchell, Monroe, Oconee, Oglethorpe, Pierce, Pulaski, Putnam, Rabun, Rockdale, Schley, Screven, Seminole, Tift, Toombs, Towns, Turner, Union, Upson, Warren, Wayne, Webster, Wilcox, and Wilkes. Those are the counties that have completed all of their work so far. We have lots of votes that are still out there. We're approaching 3 million that have been reported, and we do not know full turnout today because we do not have all of the election day ballots recorded so far. So with that, I will take your questions.
How many is that? 60 odd counties?
I cannot do the math in my head, but that looks about right from looking at the sheet.
And they've completed counts?
They've completed everything.
Okay.
That is all their stuff is in, all their absentee by mail, and it was the last bit of it. So they are completed, they are done. They're sending in what we call the 5-column report, which is the final report said we have done all of our work.
Do you know what's going on with Cobb and Gwinnett and why they're going a little slower?
I did see that they have both reported some of their results, but I don't have any inside information as to why they have not reported other stuff. The biggest tranche of votes that exists out there in a single bucket right now still looks to be the advanced voting in DeKalb County. That's the largest single one probably still out there, but we have several counties that have reported only partial election day and nothing else. Places like Bartow, Barrow, places like that along those lines that do not have all those put in yet. So it's going to be, I refer to it as a nickel and dime scratching and clawing over the next several hours as these continue to come in. And there's big tranches of votes for Democrats, and there's lots of little tranches of votes for Republicans, which is kind of what you expect to see. You see large blue sections around the cities and lots of little red sections in the rest of the state. And they all adds up by nickel and dimes. And you know, one of the things I talked about when you walk on the Appalachian Trail is that ounces equal pounds. So when you have small things that start adding together over time, that can even things out. So it's going to be a long night for all the campaigns here. And I would like to note, as a point of interest, that I know everybody's here for the Senate races, but the incumbent Republican Bubba McDonald actually has more votes than both of the U.S. senators in his race running for re-election, which I know most people aren't paying attention to, but it's an interesting thing to see as a down ballot race.